Good afternoon, Anthony. AP Stedham of AP as we see it.
Yeah.
Anthony, what is the most complicated offense you've played against? Not the best skilled players, but the most complicated offense.
Like in the SEC or just by far my timing?
Both. Do both.
I feel like the most complicated offense I played was Kansas my freshman year. They had ran a lot of like the triple option stuff, and it was pretty difficult. Then, other than that, I would have to say the let me think about this. I would have to say that Georgia offense, they did a good mix of running and passing the ball with complex concepts, and it was a really fun game to play, and I'm looking forward to playing them next year.
Right side, second row.
Alex Byington on 3. Anthony, what makes Colin Simmons so unique, special, and was there a moment you kind of knew he was a guy that could make an impact early?
Yeah, from the first day of the spring ball when he came in, I knew something was going to be different about him. Just the way he can get off the football and do different stuff, the way he can bend and all that, I knew he was going to be special from one of the first couple of practices. So it's an honor to play with him, and he's going to have a great year this year.
We'll go on the left side, third row.
Anthony, Tyler Shaw with KBTX and College Station. What do you remember from that Texas A&M game last year, and how much are you looking forward to that rivalry at home in Austin now?
I remember as a crowd. Like the crowd was kind of crazy. It was a fun game to play for the crowd and the media. And then I remember the quarterback making some elite runs and stepping up in the pocket and making a couple good throws. So that's definitely something I know he's going to improve on going into another year. So I'm looking forward to seeing them and Ruben Owens out there. Man, I can't wait to compete against him this year. It's going to be a fun game.
On the aisle here in the middle.
Yeah, Anthony, Alex Miller with the Bryan College Station Eagle. Tyler kind of stole my question, but looking back on the A&M Texas game, how is that rivalry different than the OU Texas rivalry as you've been able to play in both now?
It's a little different since we're not playing at a neutral site, of course, but it's really fun, like, just playing against that team. We have a lot of familiar faces. I know a lot of them guys on this team. I was committed with some of them, so it's really fun playing against some of them, and I can't wait to play them again this year.
We'll go in the back on the right.
Anthony Carson Field Sooners on SI. It kind of comes with the name Manning having such high expectations placed on you, but just from practicing against him, what have you seen that makes you think that he's going to be a star player at the college level?
Just the way he reads the defense, he reads it really well. And he also has the ability to take off and run and change the play calls. He's done that a lot of time against us. So I feel like he's going to have a really good season, and he deserves to have the season that he rightfully deserves. So.
Left side, row 3.
You said you had, you're looking forward to, Georgia again.
Yeah.
Playing them twice. They got the better of you both times. Just what'd you learn from each of those games, and then how much are you again looking forward to playing them, and then the possibility of another SEC title game?
I mean, it's fun. I feel like they have a really good football team, and we want to play against the best teams in the world. So going against them is a great test for us throughout the season, and playing them in a regular season is going to be a really good game. And we know we have to play them at their house, so we're looking forward for that test. And I know it's going to be a really tough game for us, but we're ready.
Middle, fourth row.
Anthony, there's a lot of hype, of course, around Arch Manning this week. What do you kind of make of the outside expectations, and how do you think he does at handling those expectations?
I feel like he does a really good job kind of handling some of the hype around him. He doesn't really have a social media or do any of that stuff, so I know he's going to be ready to play. I've been practicing against him for the last 3 to 4 years, so I know he's going to be ready to go and ready to play when the moments and the lights are on.
Right side, second row.
Sark, earlier this offseason, Sark has been on TV and discussed how active a role Arch took in the leadership. So obviously, as a backup, there's only so much you can do, but what's the difference you've seen from him this offseason in that regard versus maybe obviously his first 2 offseasons?
You can see his competitive nature pop out a little bit more in the workouts and some of that. So he's coming in with an energy to lead and be a leader, and he's calling the plays like he's been back there leading the show for the last 3 years. So you can tell he took the right steps towards being a leader and learning from Quinn throughout this time of him being a backup. Just in summer workouts, we were kind of struggling with doing our Longhorn shuttles. He kind of brought the group up and gave us some motivation, pumped us up, and we went out there and kind of finished the job and executed.
Left side, third row.
Anthony, you had a defense that helped the team reach the playoffs last year. So if you can complete this sentence, the Texas defense will help reach the college football playoffs if.
Say that one more time, please.
The Texas defense will reach the college football playoffs this year
if we go out there and communicate, execute like the level we've been doing and even exceed it a little bit more. I feel like we have to communicate better than we did throughout the years, and we have to execute in some of the big moments like we haven't last year.
We'll stay on the left side, third row.
You guys talk about kind of expectations surrounding this team. Obviously, a lot of noise on the outside, but internally, what do you guys kind of focus on at this point, knowing you want to get back to where you were and better?
Yeah, we kind of just focus on just keeping everything day by day. We going through the summer workouts right now, so we're just going to focus on that. When we get to fall camp, we're going to focus on that. Then when we get to season prep, we're going to kind of focus on that. So we want to just take everything day by day and figure out things as they go. But we want to execute and do our job.
Going to go in the middle on the third row.
I know you're on the defense, but when Arch came in some of those situational moments, like when he scored the touchdown against A&M, how did him having success in those moments maybe prepare him to step into this starting role now?
Getting a little bit of action, of course, kind of gets you ready for the game, but it's nothing like being back there for every single play. So I feel like some of them games where Quinn was kind of hurt and he played every single moment kind of got him ready, got him a little taste for playing some of the bigger games.
Does the SEC feel like home, or is it still kind of a new home for Texas?
The SEC, I wouldn't say it feels like home. This is just our second season, but we're going to go out there and just play our best and execute. We know we have some tough away games and home games this year, so we're just going to go out there and kind of just try to execute, do our job.
Right side, second row.
Obviously, given his last name and the notoriety of being the #1 recruit and all that, what's something about Arch that most people probably don't know that's kind of something that only really his teammates, coaches, maybe his family understands about him?
I feel like a lot of people don't know how fast he is. Like when he gets out the pocket, a lot of people aren't going to catch him. He really can run. He really could go.
We'll go in here in the middle, in the fourth row.
As a player, how do you sort of view momentum game to game, week to week? Last season ended how it did, but how do you kind of carry over the positive momentum that you guys had at points last season into a new year?
Yeah, like it's our job as leaders to kind of carry the momentum and kind of push some of the younger guys and make sure they have the confidence to go out there and go play when they have to go step up in the moment. So we kind of just want to take the young guys, get them in the film room to make sure they have the momentum and the confidence to be able to go play.
Do we have any final questions? We'll go here on the right side.
Travis Tyndall, ESPN Austin. Anthony, can you tell me your feelings and the team's feelings on being able to face Ohio State after just playing them their last game?
I mean, it was a tough loss, but that was last season. We have a whole new team, so we just want to go out there and be 1-0 next year, and that's all we're going to focus on, just being 1-0, and then we're going to handle everything else when the time comes.
Anything else? Thank you very much. Stay healthy and good luck.
Thank you.